Hello, hello, hello. We're here. We is here. 14 people in. Only one like. Come on, there should be at least 14 likes. We have people already in the chat, because that's the good thing, is people are chomping, positively chomping at the bit to leave a comment. Andrew says, hi, how was your Christmas? Yeah, it was Christmas. Pegasus says, how's your groove been? Christmassy. What have I been grooving to? Nothing. It's Christmas. Happy New Year, says Andrew again. Well, we're jumping ahead of ourselves. Got a long way to go yet. And Edgar says, he's saying it to each other. And then Who Cut says, all right, how are we? Yeah, we're all right. And Andrew mentions Janice Long, who was a broadcaster, presenter, who died this week of pneumonia. And I've been warning you all about pneumonia, the perils of pneumonia for, crikey, since this whole COVID situation began. And yeah, very sad story. And yeah, but then you know that because I've mentioned it all on the Twitters already. And that's it. I'm done. I can finish. Jack has just arrived. I can leave now because we're done. I don't know if there's going to be much response tonight because it is Christmas and many people will be having a life. Did I nail the Christmas cooking? Of course I did. It was easy. I didn't take a picture of it this year. I usually take a picture of it, but I forgot. Yet turkey was done. Everything was done. I've been doing it for, blimey, I don't know how many years now. Let me think. When was my first Christmas dinner? '96, I suppose. Because when I was living at home, I suppose my mum would have cooked it. My granny would have cooked it. Yeah, when me and the missus moved in together, I think it was '96. So, as long as that. So, I've had plenty of time to get it right. I think it was or was it '97? I get confused. Could be 90. It depends where Christmas falls. On the 25th. But yeah, turkey was consumed and so was Christmas pudding. Yeah, it was alright. Oh, do I like goose? Oh, goose is this is Pegasus's question. Goose is can be a very fatty bird. I don't cook it. Personally, I don't cook it. I've had it, I've had it a few times. And I've got to be in the mood for it, Am I getting that confused with duck? No, duck is the fatty bird. I'm getting confused. Goose, I think I've had it once. It's all right. It's not, I'm a turkey. It's got to be turkey. It's traditional. Or chicken. So, yeah. Jack says, looking forward to any new albums? No. Porky Tree and Red Hot Chili Peppers is all I'm looking forward to. Well, Jack, you should really fucking grow up if you like Porcupine Tree. Really, I'm sorry. There's no place for you here. If you're looking forward to more builds from Steven Wilson, I'm sorry, Jack. We will not have this. We will not. Look. I'm not having it. I'm not having it anymore. I don't see why I should accept this crap, this Steven Wilson love. It's wrong. It's wrong. You got to get out of your system. You got to realise the error of your ways, and possibly come back begging my forgiveness. I think that's how we need to move forward with this. Yeah, I like the idea of that. People prostrate in front of me, begging forgiveness. We'll have that. I like that. That sounds about right. That sounds befitting my my stature. Yeah, I think that's the way to go forward. Sir, that's how you should address me from now on, sir. And you should never gaze. Don't gaze at me. Look away. Just look. Don't stare at me when I'm talking to you. I think that's how we're going to proceed into 2022. He's gone mad with power. He's gone mad. He really is a narcissist. Well, yeah, I mean, the Red Hot Chili thing is because what's his name's back, isn't he? Frusciante is back. Again, I don't know how to feel, because I thought the last one, I can't remember the name of it. Happy Holidays, sounds about right. Having a Break, sounds about right. It wasn't a bad record, considering that Frusciante wasn't there, and Josh Klingerhofer. Why do I have to have these? Why can't they be called like Jones and Smith? It'd be a lot easier for me to remember. Did an all right job, but again, the Chili's have been doing the Chili's for, well, many years, and you know, they'll never be Faith No More. Never. Andrew says, waiting for the Doctor Who special with the Daleks. It's Groundhog Day, but with Daleks. You're going to love it. Alex asks, what's up? Nothing's up. Nothing's up. John says, how's my health been? What? And since last week? It's been all right. What? Yeah. Been okay. Nothing to complain. Well, there's plenty to complain about. I've got a bit of a sore back at the moment, but you don't come here for that. My lower back's been giving me a bit of jip. You know? Usually I could stretch it out on the sofa, but I didn't manage to click it back in tonight. You know what it's like. Certain angle. You've got to let a certain angle and cross my legs. If I just twist a certain way, it goes, and then it's fine. It'll pass when I have a good night's sleep on it, and it'll pass. But yeah, I'm still diabetic. I'm still taking the tablets. And all the health issues that comes with being a type 2 diabetic. It's wonderful. But then you already know about all that. So yeah. But apart from that, I feel tickety-boo. Tickety-boo. But thanks for asking. I don't know what that name is, but it looks Russian. I think it's a Russian bot. We have a Russian bot who says "Vum and go," which I think I'm gonna hide them, because that looks like a bot trying to steal our data. Can you do that? I didn't know I could do that until just that moment. Ugh. Such talent. Oh, God, I didn't know. Who'd have thunk I had so many talents? Munton says hello. Hello! Hold on, I've jumped ahead. Sam says, did you get any music-related gifts for Christmas? I didn't get anything for Christmas. Mrs. didn't buy me anything. I bought her gifts. Kids didn't get me anything. I didn't buy myself anything. It's all right. I'm 50 years old. You know, what's there to get? I was waiting for the sales. There's a guitar. Oh, I know. I don't want to buy it, but it's calling me, because it's different. It's different. But there's a part of me thinks I should just stop. I should just give up on the music thing. You know, nobody likes what I do. I should probably just quit. Can't play anymore. Just rubbish. Just doing the same thing over and over again, and it's garbage music. That's what somebody on the comments said. I said it's just garbage music. So what's the bloody point? Isn't it? Though my granny guitar, the what's he called? Shawn Mendes guitar, one sold on eBay the other day for £1,600. So I don't know. Might be getting close to the time to sell. There's another part of me who wants to put it in a case, put it somewhere safe, and just wait for it to appreciate value until I die, and then the missus can sell that case and with the guitar in it and bury me. It'll be enough money to bury me, maybe. Who knows? Or have me stuffed and put in the corner. Yeah, maybe holding the door. Then I'll be. Then for the first time ever, I'll do an honest day's work. Yeah, maybe not. But no, I got nothing for Christmas. No, it's all right. It's okay. I'm used to it. I think this is the second Christmas where I've had nothing, because the missus doesn't. She said, "Well, I don't go to shops anymore because of the COVID." And I said, there's been online shopping for at least 20 years now. And she just looked blankly at me. So that's that. That's that. How does she think all the other presents come to the house? Magic? The present fairies bring them? No, it's the Amazon man in his Amazon van. The Amazon man can in his Amazon van. Oh yeah. Paul Cook says, who do you think will be the new Doctor Who? It's that bloke who was in the AIDS drama that Russell Davies did, isn't it? He's going to be the new Doctor Who. I don't. I want it to be someone completely unpredictable. Kathy Burke. There you go. Kathy Burke for Doctor Who. Martin says, we've done that. What did I get the kids for Christmas? I got them loads of gifts, Bjorn. Loads of gifts. What did I get them? I don't know. I got them loads of different things. Stuff and things. They do well, you see. They do well out of us, so they didn't really need much. Got some books for Herb to help him with his school, because he needs it. So you've got to read books and some more books. Happy books. You've got some Lego. I can't remember what else it was. We've got a CD player, hi-fi thing, because his other CD player wasn't very good. So that was that. There's some other stuff. He got a book on Blender. Not a book on blenders. Blender. I spent a lot of money on a book so she could improve her 3D graphic design, because she intends to take iMedia. I don't know what that is, at school. So I said, well, you're going to read this book, and if you don't read it, I'm sending it back to Amazon for a full refund, because it was an expensive academic book. So no fun gifts here. It's all serious stuff. Yeah. And she got some wireless headphones as well, and some loads of other stuff. It's just stuff. Kids stuff that they like. Yeah, more bilge, exactly. Did I have a good Christmas? It was adequate. It was the usual thing. It's Christmas, isn't it? Yeah, it was good in that I didn't have to go anywhere, see anyone, or do anything. I like that. That pleases me. Look, it's just, kids, Christmas is for kids. It's once you get to this age, again, unless you don't have any kids, then you can just get pissed all the time and not give a monkeys. But me and the missus can't do that because we have kids. So, mind you, I can't do that now anyway, because I'm a type 2 diabetic. Remember? So, well, no, it's not a big problem really, because it's not that big a problem, is it? We'll wait. We'll see what the blood test results are the next time, if my bloods have gone off the chart or not. But no, it's all right. Seb says, J Toll fans, if you've not bought 50th anniversary Benedict, do it now. Wow. No, don't buy it. Jack says, remove the stone of Dream Theatre Apologist and attach it stone of Stephen Wilson Forgiveness. Never. I can't stand either. You know that, Jack. You know that. Zeb says, only Red Hot Chili Peppers you need is Blood Sugar Sex Magic and Frusciante's first 2 solo albums. Well, I don't know. I quite like the one with Dave Navarro on. I've got a soft spot for that, and I've got the vinyl with the holographic, lenticular cover, which was nice. One day I'll sell it. I will. I'll sell it. I'll sell it all. But hey, who knows? Maybe after Radiohead, who knows what R is in my album thing. Who knows? Who could be next? Hey? Munton says, I was listening to Eric Satie's Nocturnes, probably my favourite piano piece of all time. Just delivered. Do I still listen to Satie every now and then? No, because it's on adverts and things and movies. So, you don't need to listen to it, yeah. Jack says, why can't the Chili Peppers have easy pronounced names like Flea? Exactly, Flea. Because when they're putting down a new track, and I say to them, they go, Flea, we're on a bass line, and you better jump to it. Cyrus is in. Indeed. And he says, hello for the last time this year. It's the last one. This is it. This is the final. I should have called it the final, shouldn't I? This is the last one of the year. And built it up, made it really dramatic. 8 likes. Come on, there was 43 people in it. Come on. I can't believe that the rest of you don't like this shit. Come on, this is the good shit. Eh? This is the good shit. He says, trying desperately to find something with which to entertain the punters. I've got nothing. I've got nothing on my desk that could entertain. Oops. Yeah. So yeah, this is it. It's the end. Grant says, hi Darren, I'm early. Oh, sorry. Where am I? I've lost it. I'm early today, so I'm excited to see this week's stream. My stream is the best compared to others. Talk to Mark, just returned from England. She misses so much. Manchester. Well, I've never been to Manchester. So up north, and things are grim up north. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. It's just a load of nonsense. It's me for 90 or so minutes, sometimes less, just talking crap. And if you like that, then it's easy. I can do this. I can do this all day. Oh, Marvel quote there from Captain America himself. I could do this all day. I'm glad you enjoy it, Grant. Munton says, I just realised Harris Reduction is another one I haven't seen in a while. Oh, he pops back. Doesn't he pop in? He's probably fallen in love, No, it's like once they're fallen in love, they're no good to me. They forget me, up to their nuts and guts and all that, isn't it? It's like once that happens, they're no good to anyone. No good to anyone. Let me find out what his name. I can't remember what his first name is. Oh crikey! No, that ain't his name. No, that ain't his name. Oh, because he used to follow me on the Facebook. I can't remember who the friends. No, I can't remember him. I can't remember anything these days. Mind you, he's probably come off there as well. Who knows? So now I'm looking at the Facebook. Oh, I didn't realise I was actual friends with David Torn. I didn't realise that. Blimey. He's one of the few musicians who actually accepted a friend request. Bloody hell. Usually you just follow them, don't you? Very rare that I look at my my friends. Yeah, Harrison Hartley. His account has been deactivated. Oh, that's a shame. Oh shit, have I just said his real name? Oh God, I'm so sorry. Oops. Well, he's deactivated his Facebook page, so maybe he's gone incognito. And that wasn't his real name. Oh God, I didn't mean to dox him. Is that doxing? I don't know. Is that doxing? Have I just doxed him? Well, anyway, Harrison, if you're out there, Munton's worried about you. But some people, they get tired of social media and they fall off of these things. I remember there was a fellow I thought I was a good friend with, but but you know, they just go, they disappear. And he deleted everything, and he was gone. And you think, oh, didn't even say goodbye, you know. But that's the nature of social media, because sometimes it means things, you know. Again, especially when you've known somebody for, well, crikey, I knew that fella for, at least 13 years, I suppose. It just went poof, and that's it. Because social media is in large part meaningless. It doesn't mean anything to these people. And that's why you can't really get too attached. Even though you say you're not, when they disappear and you go, oh, I hope everything's all right. You know? But, you know. Oh, well. Who knows? Who knows what goes on? Zeb says, haven't Akit covered and stole a lot from Saty? Yeah, they did. Him and his brother did a very good album of covers. Very sensitive album. I've still got it on the CD shelf. Ooh. Not that anyone asked, but I shall retrieve it. I think I might have reviewed it. Not that anyone cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Look, swinging around. Is it on my shelf? Where is it? Yeah, it's just there. I can't bother to reach for it, but it's still on the shelf. Steve says, what do you think of the newly released track from the next Marillion album? I think we might have something to look forward to after the Drossel was Fear. I've not listened to it. No, I'll wait for the album. I'm trying to avoid, because you know the last few albums have been a bit, you know. So I'm not really holding up much hope for this one. That's why I didn't pre-order it. It's the first Marillion album, I think. Oh no, actually there's three albums I didn't bother with. That's because there's a car crash thing. I was distracted. But, you know. Jack says, favourite 70s fashion trend. Martin says, the one where my nose will be on the next album. Exorcist, that is a great talent, great to hear on my headphones. That's why I got the stereo microphones. And I'm still debating whether to keep them or not, because in terms of sound quality, they sound exactly like the Behringer. However, the Behringer ones had the interference thing. You know, it got this hum, which I wasn't too happy about. But so far, the Rode ones seems to be a little bit. I think they're picking up some interference from the monitor, because this is the problem. They're close to the computer, so there's a little bit of. But there was this like that these started making. One of them started. Oh, it's boring. I'm talking about microphones. How boring. But yeah, stereo. Grant says, after the event, worth $60, Darren. I paid 40 for the Geese and the Ghost. Can't stop listening to it for almost every day. Oh, sorry. Is Wise after the event worth $60? No. Geese and the Ghost is a very special album. Wise after the event is nothing like that. It's nothing like it, and certainly not worth $60. I mean, was it made of gold? I mean, why are you paying so much money for Anthony Fitzgerald? Are you buying the vinyl or what? Because I'm sure you can find his albums for pennies, or are you buying the reissued ones? I don't know, but no. Geese and the Ghost is very special. I'd say probably the one to get after that, and this is controversial, is probably Back to the Pavilion, Private Parts and Pieces album, because that's got some really good kind of stuff on it, Salmon Leap and all that stuff. But then on the B side, it kind of goes to the more fragmentary offcut stuff that he does. It's difficult because Anthony Phillips never really did anything after The Geese and the Ghost that was that good. He's done albums that are interesting, but style, in terms of style, no, that's just, I think everyone on the stream who's heard Geese and the Ghost will attest. It's, that's it. That's the high watermark. Not that these other albums are worse; they're just different. They're nowhere near that. So you're not going to get Geese and the Ghost 2. And some of these records. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Wise After the Event. It's too soppy, and it's a bit. So it's all right. I prefer Sides in terms of, because it's a song album. It's an album full of songs. I think Sides for me is more satisfying. That's just me. Other people may disagree. Mountain says, didn't you say once that there's one or two special guitars that you'll keep forever, even Rescuing the Fire, and everything else goes? Yeah, it's the red bass and my old black Fender, because they're the oldest ones, and they're the ones that have been, well, this one's been on nearly everything from 2005. But again, even at the end of it, they're only guitars. At the end of it, it's not. Everything can be replaced. They're only instruments. And this is it. You sit there and you think to yourself, what is all this stuff? All of it. What does it all mean? What does it mean? What does any of it mean? But no, I'm looking. It's that thing of looking for the new sound. And this guitar I've got my eye on is an 8-string guitar. And it's different. But again, I don't know whether it's worth the punt. I don't. There's part of me, because it's on sale, it's a good price. The sale price is very good, and it might lead me in other directions. But then there's a part of me thinks, yeah, but it'll be like the other guitars. You'll get it and you'll sell it on, and is it worth the hassle? And blah de blah de blah. Just a bit tired of everything. But part of me's like, get it. It's an 8-string. You've never played an 8-string before. Do that. Like this kind of 8-string. Not an 8-string. I've played an 8-string before, but that was the kind of the extended. Oh, this is so boring. The extended scale 8-string. The chuggy guitars. It's not one of those. It's a. I don't want to tell you what it is, just in case I get it. And it's a surprise, and I can talk you through it. But yeah, Jack says. The Amazon Man, exactly. Daniel says, while we're going for an unpredictable, Phil Collins for next Doctor Who. Well, no, actually, Phil Collins was actually in the running for it. I know. When they did the Doctor Who movie back in 96 or whatever it was, he was in the running, but I think his schedule kind of clashed. I think he had a tour on or something, and he couldn't get to auditions. But they wanted somebody who was recognisable, especially for the US market, and they knew he could act. But yeah, in some weird alternate universe, Phil Collins is Doctor Who for that one movie. Mind you, there was a time in the 80s they wanted Mark E. Smith from The Fall to be in Doctor Who. Yep. 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 Garrett says, how about Peter Gabriel's Doctor Who? No. How do you think that will go? No. He's not an actor. And also, it's Peter Gabriel. Let Peter Gabriel just stay at home and do Peter Gabriel things. But no. Brendan says Collins could double as Davros. That's not nice. He's on sticks. Leave him alone. He can't help it. But no, again, I'm kind of a little bit I'm apathetic because Russell Davies is coming back, and so I'm like, oh, you never go back. It's like a dog returning to its own vomit, isn't it? It's just, you don't ever go back. You always go forward. And I was hoping that we'd have some new blood and some new ideas and maybe go in a different direction. The only interesting thing, and this is what I was saying to Verity, was that for the first time, it's an independent production company doing it instead of the BBC explicitly. So you got Bad Wolf, which is Russell Davis's production company doing it, and that company has recently been bought out by Sony Pictures. So maybe there'll be a massive cash injection, and we'll have a regeneration every episode. I don't know, but then there's a part of me that's worried about that, because the whole point of Doctor Who is it is British and it is a bit shonky and a little bit wobbly, and it has this kind of homespun feel to it. Even now, even with modern times, there's a certain, kind of, not amateur. Amateur's not the right way. There's a certain feel that it has, and if they zhuzh it up and give it the production values of, I don't know, Game of Thrones, or one of those other big American TV series, or like The Mandalorian or something like they do for Disney, I think that some of the heart and spirit will go out of it, But then it might not. It might lead to new places. But there's always that little bit of fear, especially as it is Russell Davis and he's hung up on, only gay actors playing gay characters and that. But I watched Neil Patrick Harris in 8-Bit Christmas, and I thought he was really good. And he's gay, and he's got a gay family, but he wasn't gay in the film. He played straight. Now, am I supposed to be offended by that and demand that only straight actors play straight characters? I'm confused. Does this mean they're only going to be employing real Daleks to play Daleks in the new Doctor Who series with Russell Davis? I don't know. Real Cybermen? Where are they going to find them? Oh, dear. We live in strange, confused times, people. Strange, confused times. Everyone's confused. Vaughan says, evening. I got some strange gifts for Christmas. One Ultravox album and one Cradle of Filth album. I feel confused. Well, it depends what the Ultravox album is. And the Cradle of Filth one, you could just put that in the bin. Couldn't you, really? I mean, do they still make albums? I thought all that shtick was old hat. At the turn of the millennia, they had their kind of, their big time, didn't they? Martin says, what are those CDs and box sets piled on top of the shelves? Is that being sold too? No. I think that's the Mrs.'s car CD collection you're witnessing at the top there. All the bare CDs are rattling around in a CD holder in her car, and those are the empty CD sleeves. That's why you've got 80s electronic anthems, Queen's triple platinum greatest hits, the Kids from Fame, not mine, and so on and so forth. So no. Call it miscellaneous. The shelf of a miscellany. And my Space 99 Eagle. There, that's the Space 99 Eagle. That's some brilliant shit. That'll be sold one day. Space 99 Eagle. Yeah. So let's get the rest of them though. That's the problem. It's expensive. Where are we? Zeb says, I bet my short finger what the Marillion box sets. Yeah, they are. Just above my head there. Marillion! Manky says, Who's Next? Isn't that Who album? The anniversary of Who's Next box set will be out next year, according to Pete Townsend. She is in there, so hello. Hello. Walsh says, I always admired Will Ferrell for taking time as Billy Andrews to play drums for the Chili Peppers. Have you heard the story? Will Ferrell was in a queue. I think I've probably told you this story. He was in this queue, queuing for dinner at they were doing some sort of film thing. And what's his name? Is it Chad Smith from the Chili's in the queue. And Chad Smith's behind him, and Will Ferrell's in front of him, and they're both putting stuff on their plate and whatnot. And Will Ferrell gets served first, and pays, and comes by. And as he's passing the drummer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, he turns to him and goes, "My, you're a handsome fellow," and carries on walking. And then they did that drum off together. I don't know if you've seen that, where Will Ferrell actually plays the drums and he's dressed like him. That's very good. They did that on the Fallon show. Go and check that out. It's very funny. Pegasus says, we love the live streams. They're way groovy. Ah, you're just saying that. Payne's in. He says, we're down to one Payne now because the other Payne's disappeared. An early Happy New Year to everyone. Indeed. Walsh says, if I can't be good, I know I should be safe, but I can't remember if I should tell my mother or not. Well, you're probably old enough. You're probably fine. Just don't tell her where I've touched you, all right? Just don't tell her that. Minor says, hashtag pick a side, YouTube. I don't know. I wrote a song called Pick a Side. It's very good. You should go and listen to it. Brendan says, what release would you like to see most in the 22? I don't care. I don't care. I have no... Again, every year I don't really have any... I'm trying to think what I looked forward to last year. I don't really care. I'm looking forward to Breath of the Wild 2 on the Nintendo Switch, if that comes out. But that's a computer game. But then there's a part of me thinks, it's going to be more of the same. You know, so... but no, I don't really care. Because it's only music, and we've heard it all before. You know, it's very rare that you hear an album that make you go, ooh! You know, it's all pretty much of a muchness, isn't it, these days? But no, I don't really care about anything anymore. Because I don't even know what's coming out next year. I have no idea. I have this willful ignorance of everything. It's quite beautiful. And it's working. I just ignore everything these days. La la la. Everything is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. Oh dear. Stephen Russell says, vote and go. Oh, Stephen, do I have to block you as well? What are these strange messages? Bye-bye, Stephen. Martin says, 2003 Payne never responded to me after several months. I don't know. Wow, there's more of this stuff. This is when I wish Harrison was here, because he used to be a moderator, didn't he? Favourite release of 2021? Oh, God. I don't remember. What was released in 2020? Does anyone remember what was in recently added? I'll have a look at my recently added folder and see if anything jumps out at me. Oh, wait a minute. I think this might be a hot beverage. It's late, but it's here. Thank you.
That's all right, you will.
Or I'm early. Am I early or are you late?
I'm late.
Oh, she's late. I can't remember. Looking at my... I don't know. I don't even know what I bought in 2021. Does anybody know? I don't remember anything. No. I'm sure I spent some money on some records, but I'd be buggered if I could remember what they were. No? I have to come back to you on that. Zeb says, buy the 2 CD of Wise, not the DVD 3 CD. Is that the one that doesn't have any bass on it, on the surround sound? I know there was one of those. Oh, be back. Oh, where is it? Where's Anthony Phillips? Oh, let's go over here. Don't need the Santa hat anymore. Oh. Yoink. I mean, I could get me vinyl, but then I've got to walk to the East Wing. Whoa. What do I hit? No, it's all right. I've got to go to the East Wing for that. There you go. Look at that. See? You too could have the deluxe box set. Is it a flip one, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, look, it's got a squirrel on it. You know, there was a 7-inch single, wasn't there, called Squirrel. Ooh, look, there's a bucket. Ooh, look, it's like an unboxing. Ooh, look, ooh. And there's a poster you can put in your boudoir. Oh. Brendan, are you here? Brendan, knock 3 times if you're here. I got Invisible Men. Because it was $5.99. the deluxe edition. I like this because you've got close-ups of the actual artwork. The best thing about it is the artwork by Pete Cross. Boop, boop. So it's good for the artwork, isn't it? Yeah. So I've actually got Invisible Men by Andy Phillips on CD. Something I thought would never happen, but it was $5.99. So I thought, oh, what the hell? It could be fun. It could be fun to cover, couldn't it? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? He said, oh, my back. Oh, my back. It's a shame that they didn't do them all like that, because the 1984 one is a bloody weird one as well. And so's the thing. See, look, he says, reaching for it. Oh, look, I'm not lying. I bought it, $5.99. Look at that. And it's got a poster and everything. Look, it's so bad. I'm not looking forward to it. Munton says, a bad cover version of We're All As We Lie might be cool. I can't remember, was it? Oh, we're all as we lie again. Do-do, do-do, do-do. I like that little phrase bit that runs through it, but I don't like the lyrics or the singing or anything else. Payne says, that's it from me. Feeling a little bit 51. Oh, sorry, Robert. Good night. We'll have a good one. And see you next time. Brendan says, my favourite ant is Sights and Slow Dance, with a cursory nod to Slow Wave Soft Stars. Slow Wave Soft Stars is a bit of a hidden gem. I've said this story before. I bought a copy off of eBay on vinyl because I'm a weirdo, and it arrived fully sealed, and this was a couple of years back. And I was standing there like this going, shall I open it? Shall I open it? It's like 30 years old or whatever. Should I open it? Probably long older than that, 34 years old. Should I open it? Oh, should I open it? I opened it. It was a bit like a copy of that album from that band that was sealed. It was my favourite album of theirs. I got an EG Music copy, sealed. And that felt good opening that. It really did. Because my boner copy of that album, it's got a little bit of a crackle on it. It's always been like it. And the EG pressings they're pretty good. The EG pressing. But you don't want to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody. Martin says, I really like Tarka. I wonder why they've never done that. It must be owned by someone else. I always got a feeling that Tarka has been lost to Mr. Phillips, that it's owned, that there's some sort of copyright thing, because that's never been rejiggered, is it? It's never been rejiggered. Or maybe it has, and I've just not seen it on the shelf. No, it's not been rejiggered. They should rejigger that. Martin says, what do you theorise would be the direction of Genesis in the 80s if Andy Phillips didn't have the stage fright and never left Genesis? Oh, well, I don't think they'd have been as big. They'd have probably broken up by then. Because if Anthony Phillips stayed in the band, then there's a chance that Phil Collins might not have joined, because they might have got a different drummer. They might have got a drummer that Anthony Phillips approved of, and that could have set the band in a completely different direction. Do you think you would have got the Lamb if Anthony Phillips was in the band? Possibly not. You may have got more pastoral, very English music from them. You wouldn't have that hard edge that some of the music, Phillips is a great player, but he doesn't have that hard edge that Hackett used to be able to pull out of the bag now. Not now, he can't do it now. Not now. But used to be able to do. So I don't see them getting as far as the 80s if Anthony Phillips had been in the band. They wouldn't have been successful. What's my favourite CD for the car? Best of Dad Rock or something like that, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've played a CD in the car. Zeb says Tarka, Private Parts and Pieces 1 and 2, New England. New England is very strong. Gypsy Suite are all amazing. Also, Solo Dance, 1984, and Geese. Indeed. Vaughan says 2022 will be a good year because we can expect 20 years after Up a new Peter Gabriel album. Hurrah. Nah, he's looking at what ABBA did and thinking, I can go longer between albums than ABBA. They beat my record. Well, Kate Bush beat it, and then yeah. So yeah, should be good. Grant says my first Yes album was Tomato. My friends to this day still laugh at me about it. My friends are prog purists, but I laugh at them when they tell me about Stephen Wilson. I think that's fair. I think that is a fair summation of events. Again, you know, I'm trying to think what my first Yes one. I think my first one was Close to the Edge, and I didn't get it. I was like, it took me ages. I just couldn't get into it, and I got Fragile, and I really enjoyed that one. I thought, this is better, you know, but no, Close to the Edge, especially the first side of it, it turned out I was right. It sounded like a load of studio bits glued badly together, you know, and it still sounds like that today if you sit and actually listen to it. It's a very schizophrenic piece of recording. It's not, it's not them improvising their way to that. It's them going, what bits have we got and how do we stick them together? You know, so it's more of a work of the producer and editing than anything else. So, you know, always, you know, my musical ear is like, you know, there's no real. Anyway, that's just me, but I like it now, obviously, because it was put together in a studio. But people say, Darren, you can't say that because what about Supper's Ready? And I go, what about Supper's Ready? How dare you? I'll fight you all. I'm going to fight you. Maybe that flowed a bit better because they actually, you know, created bits that dovetailed each other and it flowed, whereas there's a lot of hard edits in Close to the Edge. There's a lot of, we're going that way now and that way, whereas, you know, Genesis tried to meld bits together and pace it, and there's fast and slow and, you know, tension and release, whereas there it's like boom, whoo, bing, whoo. See, this is why I don't do musical analysis like Rick Beato, because my musical analysis is just so fucking superior to everyone. If people saw me analysing albums, I think they'd shit themselves. They'd go, God, this guy's a fucking genius. He knows how to exactly express that musical spark that unites us. He can do it with his woo, woo. What language? It's true. That's why I steer clear of it. And I just talk, well, inanely about stuff I know very little about, because I don't actually listen to any of this music. Remember that. I don't actually listen to any of it. I just pretend to for the views and to get the hits, because YouTube sometimes makes me a little bit of money. Now this year, December is always the sweetest peach, but boy, ad revenue's been down this month. Funny enough, last month, through the roof. This month, I think they've been naughty at YouTube, and Santa didn't come. He didn't empty his sack at YouTube. Munton says, if you still have it, you should re-upload the video from years ago where you rushed an unboxing for Yes Progeny Highlight CD because your camera battery died in the middle of it for a laugh. Don't have it, I'm afraid. Don't have it. Clark says, random question, waiting for Dark Side of the Moon on vinyl to arrive in the post. How much better than the CD will it sound? About that much better. Define CD. Are you talking about the CD or the SACD? Look, we all agree vinyl is better. It's just better. It's just a better way to listen to music. CD's all right. It's okay. But vinyl is better. It just is. Don't argue. Well, again, in the old days. See, That's what it's like listening to Dark Side of the Moon. You used to put that on to test your stereo system. Oh, you can hear the cash registers bing bonging all over the place, and the bells and the chimes of the clocks. And you can really hear if Roger Waters is playing bass or not, or whether it's actually Dave Gilmour playing the bass. Can't tell that on CD, but on vinyl you can tell the difference. Look, don't do this to me. I don't know. Mullen says, now that the year is almost over, what is the biggest thing that happened to you in 2021? Biggest achievement? Well, the biggest thing was being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Biggest achievement, doing this every Tuesday? I don't know. I don't have any achievements. I've achieved very little in my life. I'm no one. I'm nothing. I'm just a mere jester, a clown with which to entertain you for an hour and a half on a Tuesday night. No, there was no achievements at all. It's just more of the same, isn't it? Not dying. That was pretty much of an achievement, because I felt really ill around the time of all the vaccinations. No, the first vaccination I had the heart racing. It was the second vaccination, a fortnight in, I felt absolutely appalling, and my heart was racing, and it was horrible. And that's when they discovered that my blood sugars were 110. How are you walking around, Mr. Locke? I don't know, but I keep leaving sticky residue wherever I go. The doctor said, I still remember the sound of alarm on the doctor's voice when he said, but your blood sugar's 110 and you don't show any symptoms of diabetes. No, I'm not thirsty all the time, and I don't piss all the time. No, I feel fine, apart from the aches and pains I was getting. Still get them now. But not so much in the hands. I've been getting a few tingles, which is a bit worrying, because maybe the things in my feet are going to my hands, and that's not good. But we don't know. I'm just worried. That's just a worry. But yeah, not dying was pretty good. I feel better. I feel a bit better. Some days. Again, there are days when I feel really tired. At the moment, because we've had about 7 days of completely drab, horrible weather and no blue skies. Oh, and rain. Oh, God, the rain. Will it ever end? It's cold and damp. I don't like taking the dog out when it's cold and damp. I want the warm weather to come back. But no, not dying was probably my biggest achievement. Hey, hooray for me. I'm still here, just about. But no, nothing to really, no. I don't know. Achievements. Oh, my biggest achievement was flipping that Queen single, which I bought for 15 quid, and I flipped it for 450 quid. That was my biggest achievement. I will never, ever, ever in the history of me ever be able to flip something at a percentage cost that well. It was beautiful. It was magnificent. It was wonderful. 15 quid into 450 quid. Mwah. It was a beautiful thing. I only listed it for 15 quid too, and just let nature take its course. So, hey, I'm not exploiting anyone. It's the market. The market dictated the price. But well done me. It helped pay for my teeth. Still got some to pay off, but there you go. We're getting there. But yeah. And says another lockdown in the UK coming in Jan. Nah, it's all over, mate. It's all over. COVID is over. We're done. It's cured. It's over. I said it at the beginning of all this. Give it a couple of years, and once it's gone through our systems and our vaccinated systems, it will be reduced to nothing more than a runny nose. It's good being right. Unknown YouTuber dies in freak COVID accident. He was run over by a lorry delivering vaccines to the local centre. Nah, it's all over. We're done. No more lockdowns for us. We'll just let the Scots and the Welsh and the Irish, northern and southern, lock down. Because, yeah, people are getting ill, they're getting a runny nose, but no one's dying. No one's dying. No one's dying. Not dying. Everyone's living. Woohoo! It's going to be great. Zeb said, yes, the clamshell wise is bollocks. That's a bit unfair, isn't it? They're all clamshells. Pegasus says, what beverage have you got tonight? It's instant coffee, no sugar. I wish I was dead. It's just my life. My life now is a series of beverages with no sugar in. I have biscuit occasionally. But, you know, it's a fucking horrible life. Paul Cooks have been listening to the Album Years podcast with Steve Wilson and Tim Bowness. Not bad. Yeah, but if I did it, no one would listen. No one listened because it's Stephen fucking Wilson. I bet he's picking his toes as he's talking. I bet he's having a good old rake out of his toes and smelling his fingers. I reckon he smells his fingers when he picks his toes. What do you reckon? I reckon he does that all the time, always picking. Always. Probably even bites his own toenails. Ugh. Uncouth creature. And Tim Bowness, of course, we know he's the co-owner of Burning Shed Records, so, you know. Yeah, one hand washes the other. Zeb says, Invisible Men have one great song. Exocet. Oh, yeah, the one that was banned because it was released at the time of the Falklands War. Great song choice there. Why didn't you just release a song called We're Going to Kill All the Argies? That would have gone down well. And a couple of cool extras. Do a review. Yeah, it's not going to be a good review. Munton says, just have the very first CD and vinyl you ever bought. No. No. Why? I can't even remember. I think the first vinyl I bought was Dark Side of the Moon, funny enough. And I wore that out years ago. So I probably traded it in for something else. Because when I got my hi-fi, I bought a copy of Dark Side of the Moon to test it out. But CD, I'm trying to remember what my first CD might have been. And it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. I'm trying to remember. I don't have a specific memory of a first CD. I mean, I used to buy a lot of tapes, and then I kind of transitioned slowly onto CDs. But a first CD, I would have probably bought a few CDs at once. You see, that's the problem, and I can't remember a specific first CD. You know, I've got CDs that are old, that go back to the 80s, and Laurie Anderson, not Big Science, Mr. Heartbreak. It was 88. I bought that. I'm trying to think what other ones there would have been. Earlier ones would have been Genesis, but I flogged all those ones. No. Like I said, the earliest one would probably be Mr. Heartbreak. Yeah, but no. Brennan says, Exocet is a great track. Yeah. Jack says, got a copy of Wise after the event on vinyl for free a few years ago. Still delighted about that. Could look at Peter Cross artwork all day. Yeah, Pete Cross's work is fantastic. He did some kids' books as well. You know, if you ever it's like a dream thing. If you could do, you know, who would you get to produce? Who would be like? I'd like to say, you know, Daniel Lanois. Who'd you get to do the album cover? Pete Cross, because I think that would be really cool. Huh? Zeb says, I have a sign of Invisible Men where it says, Dear XXX. Good name. Your parents named you wisely. You'll probably hate this album, Anthony Phillips. Brendan Ayre says, regrets of Wise After Wise is Ants Coming Out song. Really? That's nice. Do we need to know that? I thought it was the on the box set that track they brought out of the archives, Taking Up the Bum. I thought that was his coming out track. You know, was it Goblin Cock? That's just disgraceful. Now I'm going to get cancelled in the morning. Always cancelled. Jack says, noticed from looking through my music collection that very little from the 80s compared to the surrounding decades. Zeb says, I think Harry Williamson owns the rights to Taka. Yeah, because it was a co-write, wasn't it? Martin says, I just checked and realised too that you've never reviewed Taka. Are you going to wait until it possibly gets reissued, or do you do it for number 800? Well, again, I think I was waiting for a reissue, because you know the reissue kind of ones have been going for a few years now. And I think I thought that it might happen, but yeah, I can do one. I've got it on vinyl somewhere. You could actually buy that in Woolworths. That album, that was surprising. You could actually buy that on vinyl, CD, and cassette in Woolworths. Amazing, I know, absolutely amazing. Zeb said, Cured versus Invisible Men versus Acting Very Strange versus The Fugitive versus Hello, I Must Be Going. Well, if you're going to do that, then you've got to do Peter Gabriel 4, haven't you, really? What, which is the worst or which is the best? Well, Peter Gabriel 4 is the best. Which is the worst? It's always going to be Tony Banks. It's always going to be Tony Banks. Oh, dear. Always Banks. Brendan says, didn't actress Susan George bankroll Taka? Yeah, she's on the cover. Absolutely. Well, again, yeah, Susan George and the actor, Manimal, him bankrolled it, wasn't it? Wasn't Susan George married to Manimal? Because he died, didn't he? Or did I dream that? Simon McCorkindale. They bankrolled it. Oh, I liked Simon McCorkindale. He was good, wasn't he? And he was good in Manimal. He could have been. I think he deserved to be a lot bigger. Yeah. Missing Links 1 to 4 plus extra links box set would be nice, says Zeb. Yeah, it would be. Brendan says the SACD Dark Side is a cracking listen. Indeed. Jack says favourite 9 Inch Nails album. Best of 9 Inch Nails. Grant says you've got all 3 shots is an achievement. Oh, absolutely. And spending Christmas with your kids is always, like my dad says, some parents don't know or want to know where their kids are at Christmas. Oh, we know where each other are. We're here. No, I mean, it's all right. We get on. We finished ball game Saturday. We actually finished it on Sunday. It was meant to end on Christmas Day, but we were so full up with turkey and Christmas pud. We looked at each other after Christmas dinner and said, does anyone really fancy playing Monopoly? And it was like, I didn't really fancy it. Didn't fancy it at all. So we did it on Boxing Day. And it was brutal. The final game was brutal. We played Christmas Monopoly, Christmas themed Monopoly, the actual limited edition, which I opened especially and bought especially for that day. And it was a fight. It was a fight to the end. It was brutal. It was the bloodshed. It was it was horrible. It was like a horrible thing to watch. It really was. Sometimes I wish I hadn't been there, but I was. But there you go. Cyrus says, you don't believe Omicron will cause much trouble? No, it's fine. Everything's fine. Omicron is coming. Look at what's happened in Africa. Just go and look at the data from Africa. And it's okay. And you've got to remember, a lot of the population in Africa aren't aren't vaccinated. So that's why everyone was looking, because if it was it's more virulent. It's easier to transmit or receive, transmissible, but it doesn't seem as fatal. It seems to be a weaker thing. I mean, these these SARS-CoV variants are around us all the time, Oh, my new guitar. My new guitar is shipped. Who wants to see my new guitar? Oh, wait a minute. It's not there anymore. Oops, it must have sold out. Oh, I wanted to see it. I wanted to show everyone. I guess this is my Christmas present, if I can find the graphic for it. Shall I show you? Or shall I do it as a... Shall I do it as a... Huh? Info. Orders. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves. I'm trying to show you. I don't know whether to show you or keep it as a secret. Oh, why won't you show me what I want to see? Oh, that's why, because I'm not in the right region. I'm not in the UK. I want to be in the UK. Stupid. I was in the US. Sign out. Go to UK. I'm in the UK. Sign in. This is great viewing. This is, isn't it? Nope. Yep. According to this, my account doesn't exist. Oh, no, it does. There you go. Can I show? Oh, show me the picture. I've ordered myself a new guitar. Do you want to see it? Okay, I'm going to show you it. Oh. That is the smallest graphic there is. Look at that. Yeah, it's a Fender Lego guitar. That is such a shit thing. Oh, let me see if I can find a bigger graphic. Lego. There you go. This is a better graphic. That's better. Yes. Yeah, here we go. Look, it's a Fender Lego guitar. I was going to do an unboxing and maybe a making of. What do you think? You think that's good? Do you think it's good, or do you think it's sad? It's kind of sad, isn't it? I suppose that's my Christmas present. I suppose. It could be fun. Oh, look, another one that's trying to spam the thing. Oh, goodbye. God, there's everyone's just going with spam stuff. But no, I don't think Omicron's going to be a problem. I'm an optimist. Again, the way these things work, they get weakened over time. They get weakened. Yeah, they're constantly mutating and evolving. They mutate our DNA via our immune system, and we mutate them because they take a bit of us, and so it all kind of works together. Yeah, every so often you will get a variant that is a little bit more deadly, but optimistic. Daniel says Stephen Wilson probably talks to you in the podcast in 5.1 surround sound. Do you think so? Wouldn't you need special ears for that? Wouldn't you need wouldn't you need 6 ears? Crazy Prog says possibly Brothers in Arms. Possibly Brothers in Arms. Cyrus says, do you think it's best to get your kids ready to live independently ASAP, even though you have the budget to support them into their 30s? I don't have the budget to support them into their 30s. I don't have the budget to support them till they're 18. Yeah, kids should have a sense of independence. This is what the problem with school is they're too busy teaching them algebra when they should be teaching them life skills. And we need, interest rates and how to shop for a decent mortgage and then not get, ripped off by life, proper life skills. And I try and do that by talking to them. And yeah, I'll teach them. I think Verity's old enough to learn to cook now. Herb's probably, I wouldn't trust Herb with a knife just yet, because he'd end up cutting something off. But yeah, you should get your kids ready for it. But saying that, will they be able to afford to be independent by the time they're 30? Probably not. Because property prices and rent are still so prohibitively expensive over here. So, And says you should really move into interviewing and having discussions with musos. Yeah, that'd last about 20 seconds, wouldn't it? Your no BS approach would be refreshing. That would last about 20 seconds once they've figured out, if they know who I am, the Howard Stern of prog, they're not even going to entertain the idea. They want people to blow smoke up their arseholes. So they're not going to let me come on and ask them, get to interview Hackett. So, Steve, what's it like being the ugly of the brothers, Oh, no, he went there, Yeah, so I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think anything I do is a good idea, to be honest. The sooner I get off YouTube, the better. And I think many of you will agree with that sentiment. Jack says, going to turn in for the night. Have a good one. Have a voucher for my local shop for Christmas. Some T-Rex. Get it on. Bang a gong. Get it on. Ow! And Fleetwood Mac. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. That's exactly how I hear it. And Happy New Year to you too. Have a good one. Brennan says, do you think Rog will start releasing Hitchhiking and Radio Chaos special editions now that Animals has been pushed out indefinitely? Has it been pushed out indefinitely? That's unfortunate. God, they're really spamming me tonight, aren't they? Wow. I don't know. I think he's too busy celebrating political presidents being elected in South America drunkenly. I don't know. I don't really care because I don't really care much for pros and cons of hitchhiking. Radio Chaos is a guilty pleasure. It was there. I was there for the day of release, and my mum bought it on cassette for me, which was nice. And I have fond memories of it. But it's very 80s, and I want it to stay that way. I don't want him to do a Gilmore and take all the 80s effects off of it. And it is what it is. And I think, again, like listening to Hounds of Love by Kate Bush or parts of Peter Gabriel's So or Invisible Touch, it was the 80s. Those were the production decisions at the time, and it's what makes those albums 80s albums. But maybe, these things happen. They get around to them, don't they? They get around to everything rather than putting out a new album. Nick says, what are your hopes for the final season of Better Call Saul? Well, we know Kim's either going to end up... Well, I'd like to end up... See, I've been positing that it's a love story. That Saul Goodman is in love. And that he's gone back to, the Cinnabon to wait for Kim to rejoin him when she gets out of prison. Right? Because she does something to Howard, something so bad that she ends up going to prison for it. And that's who he's waiting for. That's why he's at the Cinnabon. Because he said to her, if anything ever happens and you can't find me, this is where I'd be. And I want it to end with them two seeing each other across the mall and rushing into each other's arms and it ending it. I want it to be a love story. Because that's what it is essentially, if you look at it. It's a love story. Love will conquer all. It didn't work with his brother, because he wouldn't let the love in. But it's a love story. That's what I want to happen, And it's good to see, what's his name from Better Call Saul in Hawkeye, where he didn't play a villain. He was a patsy. They subverted our expectations. Spoilers, sorry. And that was good. But there you go. Oh, God. Now we've got some questions. MB says, thoughts on record Promises by Floating Point, Pharoah Sanders and London Symphony Orchestra? I don't... Is that even a sentence? I don't even know. I don't recognise any of that. I don't know. That smells like jazz. Oh. Jao says, a good year to you too, Darren. And maybe better than the last one. Hey, it's only, what's the song? It's going to get better. It's getting better all the time. It can't get no worse. Some very wise men wrote that song. Cyrus says, now they're just teasing us with the worthwhile Floyd content from 73 to 83. Yeah, well, who knows what's going to happen. Daniel says, got to say, I do like Radio Cats, despite Roger not having a fondness for the album and me not having a nostalgia for the 80s. Well, it's good to know, you know. Jason says, hi, Darren. Do you like Sly and the Family Stone? I don't dislike them. Does that count? They're not really in my wheelhouse. Pascal says, Darren, good night. Remember, Lenny of Motorhead. Exactly. Lemmy. Because, I forgot to bring my bloody thing in, didn't I? Oh, wait a minute. Because we all know that it was Lemmy. It was Lemmy who started this all off. And he died yesterday. Not yesterday. The 28th in 2015. And he started the whole domino effect of famous musicians dying. It's all his fault. I had a special thing. I was going to do a thing. I left it in the kitchen. I can't do it now. The moment's been spoilt. But yeah, we all remember Lemmy. Daniel said, I was talking to Cyrus. He says, what happens with the copyright lapses on bootlegs from the Animals years? Well, what they'll do is they'll release them. They'll release them on Spotify. Because that's what they all do. That's what that band and the featured artist does every Christmas. You know, in December, they release all the studio outtakes and whatnot on Spotify to protect their copyright, which is really funny because when they all die, when they're all dead, they're going to be forgotten because no one's going to give a fuck about that music. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful because the only reason we remember the classical composers is because they died when copyright was merely a thing that printers used to stop their books being copied mechanically. You know, it didn't extend to music. So yeah, well, musical sheet music, yeah, but not to music because it wasn't music recordings back then. But yeah, it's going to be great, and they're all going to be forgotten, and everyone's going to go boo hoo hoo. It's just a shame I can't go 100, 150 years into the future to see what it's going to be like. I'd love to see it because, god damn it, I bet you $1 to a dime that it's all going to be forgotten, and their descendants are going to go, damn, I wish we'd have been a bit freer and easier, like you're seeing with the Hendrix estate. You know, they're a bit freer. There was a time that you couldn't even cover Hendrix on YouTube without getting a copyright claim, not a strike. Well, no, a strike, not a claim. I get it the wrong way around. They were very litigious about anyone even doing a cover. And then all of a sudden this year, they stopped. And so you see people doing little, you know, tributes to Hendrix. Funny that. So yeah, I think as time's going on, they are realising that they are in the wrong and that they need to be a bit freer and easier with the copyright. Because you're going to get forgotten. I mean, crikey, they've forgotten Bill Haley, they've forgotten, you know, Buddy Holly and all those people, and they've probably not even, their stuff's probably going to be out of copyright soon. So there you go. And Pascal's off. Have a good one. It does smell like jazz, indeed. Brendan says, have you listened to the Ants' work on Camels, the single factor? No. I don't like Camel. It gives me the ump. No, it's not something I've wanted to seek out. Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, I think we're going to end there. I think it's been lovely chatting with you. We'll do this all again soon. Next week it'll be 2022, and we'll see if anything's changed. Will we? Do you think anything would have changed, or do you think it's all going to be the same? I think it's more of the same. But anyway. Oh, no, we've got another one. Oh, no, he's talking to Daniel. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget, if you can't be good, be safe. But more importantly, whatever you do, don't tell your mother.